What up, folks? Welcome to Ultrazilla Toys and happy 2017. Today I have for you on this first day of the year a look back at 2016's toys with my top 16 of 2016. Last year I did a top 15 of 2015, so I had to continue that. I did that on my Facebook page, which is all I had last year. So I'm really grateful for this YouTube and doing this in a different format. And why do so many? Because I get a lot of figures and it is not easy to go down to a top 5 without mentioning so many others. Like if you're gonna do honorable mentions, you might as well expand. And here I got 16 figures. It was not easy to get to this. So many great figures and lines did not get represented here. I'm not going to start naming them because it's just really too many. The process took me a while. Yeah, it wasn't easy. So let's get into it. My top 16 figures of 16. Also, it's very varied. So this is a list that, sure there's going to be figures that are more complicated than others, and how can I, put them against each other? Well, this is like a list of my favorite figures, my top figures. The figures that brought me the most joy for one reason or another in 2016. So, I'm not saying these are the best 16 figures of the year, no doubt. And every reviewer out there is going to have a different list for you. These are my favorite figures of the year. So let's get to it. Who is number 16? It's going to be a latecomer. And this is the latest figure that I got that made the list. So there was a bunch that I got in the last couple of weeks. And this is the latest that made the list. And it is RebelTech Deadpool. This figure is really cool. Something completely different here as far as an action figure goes. It is really amazing, and if I had more time with it, it'd probably be higher on the list. But yeah, it's a cool figure, guys. So, I haven't reviewed this yet, but definitely gonna be soon. So I'm gonna put these guys down here as I go. Number 15 is a heavy one, and that is the Master-Made Diabolus Rex, which is their SD Triptychon. This thing is so heavy. This thing was super cool. Look at it. It is incredible. And I've never transformed this, and I don't care to. It's just an amazing piece. Just like this. This is how it is on my shelf. I don't need anything else. Sometimes that's enough for me. I'm in Transformers for, the bots, and this was, wow. What an amazing piece. It's crazy looking. Love this. This was one of the first things that came out that I loved of the year. Came out back in January. Super cool. Next, another Transformer at number 14. And that is the big Power Surge Optimus Prime. I love this figure. Again, another one that I didn't transform, but well, the Minicon's not on him, but that wasn't one of the best parts of this figure. But it does have lights and sounds, and it's just so much fun. It poses really well. It looks good. I love this, and honestly, this was my highest Hasbro Transformer. No other made the list. I've enjoyed the Titans Return line, but I couldn't say any of them was better than this guy. So, number 13. Oh, alright. Oh, we're gonna drop some figures. Yeah, this is gonna be hard. Alright, so. Yep. A Voltron Legendary Defender Black Lion. This, you know, this video for the Voltron combining lions has gone berserk. This is an amazing thing for me. My highest viewed video. And I said it there that, you know, the lions were much better.
Voltron is the only thing that can stop Zarkon.
The lions were better than Voltron in it. And I stand by that. The Black Lion is an incredible piece. I love this Black Lion, and I'm definitely displaying it like this and not Voltron. So, great piece. Love this. If you want to get like an awesome Legendary Defender Black Lion, this is it. You know, and you know, if you're a Black Lion fan and not a Voltron fan for some reason, wow. Excellent. Alright, number 12 was this guy, Zuo the World, Super Sentai. Big, chunky mech made up of 3 mechs here. There's a crocodile here. This is a wolf cube. This was the cube mechs. I collected this entire line, and this was my favorite piece in it. And this big thing is a rhino. So it was a 3-piece combiner. Really love this guy. You know, oh, he's separating now a little bit, but I had a lot of fun with this one. You know, like, it could hold all the cubes, the regular cubes, you know, like, it's so great. Such an awesome look. The colors are fantastic. Just really love this piece. So cool, you know. This is so good. Number 11 was, oh yeah, it was this guy. So this is I want to make this disclaimer at the top of the video. So it took me a while to come up with this list because there was like certain issues for myself that I needed to get past. So everything here was released in 2016. However, I had to be true to myself, and I had to include re-releases and KOs. Sorry, you know, like, that's 2 things that I got this year that, like, I really loved. And reissues are an interesting thing because they are, you know, the company has gone back to the factory to make more of these. So it is a new figure, and this is what I'm talking about here. Number 11 was RebelTech Turtles Donatello, and I'm just saying Donatello right now because he's the only one I really played with. I also have Leo. He's in the box. I've not stopped playing with this thing since I got it. You know, like, I haven't reviewed this one yet, but I want to review the whole line. It's so awesome. Yep, 2 RebelTech figures in my top 16. This is a great one. Great series. So, you know, like, it is interesting. I'm not including any figure that wasn't of this year, you know, like, that I bought. But I have to, like, a reissue it's out again on the market for the, you know, like, for a lot of people for the first time, myself included. I wasn't collecting when the first time these guys dropped was, so, like, had to include this. That was part of what, you know, part of that decision-making process that was, like, taking me so long, was to try to, you know, figure out exactly what was going on with that. Was I including those, or was I not? But in the end, I had to do it. So, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, I'm just making sure that was my top 10. Alright, so, let's get into it. Number 10. The Takara Diaclones V2 here. Diabattler. This thing is amazing. Like, so much playability in this. I'd say I don't know if the Diaclones reboot is a success so far. It is kind of pricey, but there was so much play in this, so many pieces, so many formations that you could do that, hard not to include this in my top 10. And it's my only Takara, I got some, masterpieces this year. Not too many. I got Hot Rod, and he was in the mix. Optimus Primal, very, very late contender to make the list. I just didn't spend enough time with it. I think it would have. I think Optimus Primal over Hot Rod would have made my list. Had I spent a little more time with it, it probably would have taken RebelTech Deadpool's place. No, I think it might have. But I can't make that decision based on what's going to be. And that's the thing with these. I could change my mind tomorrow. Heck, I'm doing another top list on the Repack podcast next week. And my decision might change, so you're going to have to tune into that. But this guy, top 10, number 10. Alright. Number 9 is highly controversial. And that is Shin Godzilla from the SH Monster Arts line. And it is the only SH Monster Arts that I have on my list this year, which, last year's list was kind of dominated by. So, I liked the 1954 Godzilla. It was a nice little piece. I really loved the 2001. I really, really did. But we'll get to that in a second. This guy I liked more, for a lot of reasons. And I know it's a highly controversial figure. Bandai dropped the ball on a lot of it. At least the manufacturer did. The factories, they really messed up a lot of these figures. There's for every good one that you heard about, you heard about maybe 5 bad ones. And my heart goes out to all of you guys that got a bad one. I'm really, it sucks. But at the end of the day, I can only talk about this guy, and I love this guy. I think had everybody gotten a decent figure, this would have been high on a lot of people's lists. But, yep. I like it. He does have a few problems, though, even mine. So that's what's keeping it from getting a little higher. But look at that tail. Oh, my God. So that's my highest. However, it's not my only Godzilla, and this is such a shock to me. But number 9 was the NECA Godzilla 2001, and not the SH Monster Arts. And I did a review video of them together. And from that, I think you might have thought that the SH Monster Arts one would have made this list. But it doesn't. Because this thing is so much fun to play with. And at the end of the day, that's pretty important. This is a great toy. I think NECA did a great job with this. Is it accurate? No. But it's a cool interpretation. And it's sturdy as hell, and I just like it a lot. I love the texture of this figure so much. Yep. Another interesting thing, this is the highest Godzilla figure on my list. Well, that's not true, is it? But actual Godzilla, yeah, NECA, I say good job. I enjoy this figure a lot. Number 8. So, while Hasbro Transformers didn't make it so high, got a couple, other Hasbro figures that fared a lot better. And this is the highest Star Wars Black Series figure on my list. It's the highest Star Wars figure, period. And it is K2SO or K2SO. I have not seen Rogue One yet. So I was supposed to see it this weekend, but, my son was sick this weekend, so we couldn't go. So it is what it is. K2SO, the best Black Series figure I own. I absolutely love this figure. From the weathering, You know, like all the like messed up bits to the articulation, it just the overall design. What a great figure. What a great figure. I mean, super, super cool. Super cool. You know, I had debated getting the SH Figure Arts, but then I saw like a size comparison between them, and it's there's no choice here. This is the one for me. It looks amazing. It is amazing. Go out and buy this. I see them in store all the time. What are you waiting for, folks? This is a great figure. Alright. Next, the other Hasbro. My highest and only Marvel Legends on the list, movie Black Panther. You know, I reviewed this guy on my Facebook page in a written review, and at that time I said this was a game changer for Marvel Legends, and I stand by that, but unfortunately, like every figure they released since this one, I don't think has been as good. Deadpool, Wolverine came close. I liked them both, and they were on this list for a little while. You know, but I changed my mind about a lot of things, you know, and they didn't make it. This guy stayed because I knew he was going to be high on my list, and it's an amazing figure. And I haven't handled it in a while, and it's still amazing. The textures, the sculpt work, it's just beautifully designed. The articulation's amazing. This has the best ab crunch in Marvel Legends to date. It's such an amazing, amazing figure. What a great job. Kudos, guys. Alright, top 5. Oh, this guy. Time to get into the KO category. And with the MP10 Black Commander here, this like Nemesis Prime. Wow. This thing is amazing. I just reviewed this guy yesterday morning on the Repack podcast, so that episode will be up sometime next week. This and the Heaven Commander, their Ultra Magnus, both amazing figures. That one came close to being on top 10, but I like this one so much more. Yes, that much more. This is the matte version, by the way, and it is gorgeous. Gorgeous. And this is another one that I didn't transform. It's just like, I loved it for what it is. And it is amazing. Like, what a great figure. Like, it's huge. The design is great. Yes, I understand. The design is the MP10, but, you know, like, to upsize this and give us a matte version, that's just, it's great. I love it. You know, like, this toy itself is not MP10. It is its own toy. So, Wise Young, thumbs up from me. Sorry if you hate KOs. I don't have that hate. And I can't keep that out of my top figures, you know? So, next. Figure Arts. I had quite a few Figure Arts in my my top for a while, and then like for one reason or another, as I compared and like thought about what figures I love the best, only one stood out, like came out on top, and that was Bruce Lee, because this figure is incredible. One of my favorite figures of the year, obviously, top 4 here. So many, you could get it, so many great poses, and like that's Bruce Lee, of the that face recognition technology they have going on. This was probably the best one I saw. It's just incredible what they did with this figure. So good, so good. For a large chunk of the year, this was my top figure. That's how it goes though. What are you gonna do? It's great though. It's still amazing. Next, back to KOs. And this is the MP10V. And this one's from Kubin Bao. And this is a Voyager class, Optimus MP10. And wow. I mean, from the amazing box it comes in, the number of amazing accessories that we've never seen with an MP10, and just the overall look of this figure. Again, you're gonna say yes, it's MP10, but it's not completely. They redid the legs. The legs are skinnier. It's like it just has a nicer proportion, and it comes with a bunch of heads that makes this super cool. Like, you could get this in a lot of different things. And look at this sword. It's 100% die-cast. And he's got a jetpack. And that's not all his accessories. This figure I will be reviewing on the channel this week. So, pay attention. And I transformed this guy, and it's really not a bad transformation at all. It's really fun and easy. I love this so much. Yeah, top 3, guys. Wow, number 2. This is interesting, right? Well, I mean, this is a big surprise. And it's going to be a big surprise to a lot of you. But my number 2 figure is Ted. It's Figma Ted. No figure made me happier than Figma Ted here. And you could say that should warrant it being number 1, and I thought about making it number 1 so many times. It just, whether he's like, smoking his bong or drinking his beer, he did one of those on my desk the entire time I've had him. Like, I have not reviewed this guy yet. I want to soon, but it's just been so much fun to have this little guy. I love it so much. Like, this sounds ridiculous, but it is what it is. This is a great little figure. I love it. Say what you will. He's so awesome. I'm going to keep him up here. Well, guys, I got one figure left on my desk. And if you saw my mystery unboxing of this guy, you saw my jaw drop. Hit the floor hard. Because this was my first X Plus. And it's still my only X Plus because these guys are expensive. And in a year where I spent a lot and got a lot of figures, I didn't really have room in the budget for X Plus. I never really thought about it. But when I saw this guy come out, and I didn't even see like anything because I don't really follow X Plus, so I don't really know. I just saw him pop up on Ami when it was released, and I bought it like almost instantly. And who is this? This is Mechagodzilla 2. This is from Terror of Mechagodzilla, my all-time favorite Godzilla movie. And I had to have this. This is the 30 centimeter Mechagodzilla. Oh man, I just like, this guy made me so happy, Ted. But this guy like tugged at my heartstrings like you wouldn't believe. Maybe you would believe, And, the greatest surprise is, like, he was a little articulated, so that was kind of cool. That's kind of what's kept me away from X Plus is the lack of articulation, but this sculpt work is second to none. That is gorgeous. It blows me away every time I look at it. This is not a fun figure. This is just like a whoa, blow me away figure. I will be dipping into X Plus again for sure in the coming year. I'm not sure yet what it is. I was thinking Titanosaurus to go along with this guy, but we'll see. For now, I am super happy I got this guy. Super happy to make him my top pick of 2016. It is absolutely gorgeous. And you know what? Ted is awesome too, so he'll stay here with Mechagodzilla as my top 2. I love these guys. I loved all these guys. There's so many other figures that I love this year. What a great year for collecting. Can't say enough. It was amazing. Like, we got so many awesome figures. And you know what? There's like, again, this list is interchangeable. Like, there's so many figures that didn't make the list that could have and might, become favorites down the line. Who knows? Like, I could go any way here. Like, there was so much to choose from this year. But that's it. That's my 2016 top 16 of 2016. I hope you dug it. I found this list quite eclectic. It looks like Optimus Prime was the big winner this year, with 3 figures on the list. Godzilla had 2. And then I think there was some good variety here. I kind of split it up pretty well. So I hope you dug it. Please like, comment, subscribe. I'm gonna do a little photo shoot with these guys, and I'll have that up on my Facebook page, Ultrazilla Toys. Please come and give that a like as well. And until next time, Happy New Year again, and peace out, peeps.